Then came Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Good job.
Thank you. As the one who took the notes. So then came Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I gotta say, I might as well say this now. Overall, a little bit of an underwhelming presentation from Sony this year.
Yeah.
Overall, that's not to say that there weren't some really good highlights, which we will talk about, some real high moments, but overall a little bit underwhelmed because they didn't have anybody from the movie here. Anybody.
Well,
Well,
they had a hologram.
technically-
Well, yes, they had
And that was an incredible hologram presentation.
No, it wasn't. It was lame
It was
and
awful.
badly
I'd rather
scripted.
a phone call.
Yeah, I would rather just a recorded video message of Tom sitting at his desk or
Or just
whatever.
The
FaceTime.
audio-
Yeah.
Yeah, FaceTime.
The audio was amazing. He sounded better than Tom Rothman, and he was in the movie.
Yeah, the audio quality was good. The audio quality was good. So, but none of them, Tom wasn't here, Zendaya wasn't here, Jacob Bartolone wasn't here. I know you were hoping John Bernthal would be
I
here.
said
Yeah.
to a lunch. I go, everyone's gonna be here.
Yeah, Rob's like, every one of them's gonna be here, and I'm like,
Zero.
and like they had nobody coming. You know what? Look, maybe Tom Holland and Zendaya can only be in Vegas a day or two because maybe they'll be here tomorrow for the Odyssey.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
We'll
Yeah,
see. But so it's kind of a letdown. They didn't really have anybody from the movie there. Anyway, that disappointment faded quickly because they showed us like a 6-minute sequence of the
Yes.
movie that while there was some action and stuff like that tagged on the end, it was a really beautiful scene that they showed us glimpses of in the trailer of Peter going to the apartment warming for Zendaya and Jacob Bartolone, Ned and MJ. And he sees her with her new boyfriend and all that kind of stuff. But it also includes this great scene where he's in Ned's bedroom and Ned has launched a Spider-Man tracking app.
Yeah, who
he
is
says,
he?
I just want to find out who Spider-Man is because remember, he forgot. I just want to find out who Spider-Man is so I can thank him personally. He saved me a couple of times when I was in high school.
And then
it was a
Peter
really
Parker
beautiful
goes,
scene.
you started this.
Not too close to your mouth.
Oh, you started the spider tracker.
Yeah, you start you created this
So they
tracker.
bonded on the friendship tip, even though one of them didn't know he'd even met him before.
Yeah, and then when he called himself Maynard.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Peter
Maynard.
Parker, and like he's stumbling trying to come up with a fake name for himself. He's like Maynard, and then MJ calls him Nerd later on, like Maynard.
Which is funny because there was a UFC fighter I used to really like called Gray Maynard. But anyway, that's all.
You know what really struck me about that whole scene? First of all, I really liked it. It felt like it was from some indie movie about kids who just came out of college. It
Yes,
felt,
it did.
Sure.
Yeah.
I loved the feel of it. It felt way different than any MCU movie. It felt way different than the 3 previous Spider-Man films. And I thought the whole thing was charming. I
Yeah.
thought the performances were charming. I thought Ned, he was great. He's better. It's like he had more to do. They actually played
Yeah.
a real scene. And when Zendaya came in, I loved it. I mean, I'm like, I hope the whole movie has this new tone. It is, after all, a brand new day.
It is a brand new day. So they did that whole big long sequence, and then they cut to some random shots from the movie, including this action sequence we'd never seen before, where it's him and like 8 police or security guards or whatever, and he does some quippy Spider-Man one-liners, and then the action starts. One of the things that they debuted, and I don't know if they've put them out publicly yet, 2 new posters.
They put them out.
Those
They did put them out.
Yeah.
Awesome posters.
Yeah, Champion audibly gasped.
I was like, oh, both of them.
Can I just say, what does one of those posters have on it?
Ninjas.
Ninjas. They
Ninjas
made a
make
Ninja
everything
Spider-Man
better.
poster. I will be acquiring that poster, let me tell you.
Yeah, I
Gave us
thought,
posters.
but I will still say I was expecting more.
Right.
I was not only expecting them to have somebody from the cast there, but also I love that 6 minutes they showed us. I was expecting 10 to 15 minutes of
That
it.
was kind of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine.
I mean, what we saw was really good, but I was expecting a bit more, and I don't think they did a lot to move the look. If your job here at Cinemacon, and by the way, if you want to understand Cinemacon's importance to studios, go watch Seth Rogen's show, The Studio. Just go watch it. It fully explains Cinemacon, right? But if your job was to get the movie theaters more energized and excited about your movie, I don't think they did. I think they could have done a better job. Let me just say that they could have done a better job.
They didn't. It was kind of flat. It was like Coke that lost its carbonation. The presentation.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
presentation. But again, some highlights. What did you think about the scene we saw, baby?
I mean, again, it doesn't feel like it's new things that were revealed in this, but I do like I'm looking forward to this because it feels like, obviously as an audience, somebody watching the movie, it feels like we're in on knowing that he is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and the rest of the cast doesn't. So I like that aspect that they
The
can
acting
bring
was
to this.
great.
And
the
the
acting's really good.
You can tell Tom Holland is going to act the shit out of this
Yeah.
this movie for sure.
What did you think about it?
Yeah, the presentation overall, I agree. Like, it was very underwhelming for Sony. I feel like, I don't know, not to say they're struggling, but they're trying to fill gaps. Because, like, usually if it's the opening ceremony, I think last year they had Crunchyroll.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
So I feel like for some reason, I don't know if they have enough, like, of a release slate, but it feels like they're trying to, like, waste time. So it was like they could have filled in this time with more like cast members coming out and giving us like a longer look. Like this could have been our first 15 minutes of the movie and show us like what the movie's actually about, or show us like why John is coming in, how they're going to introduce his character, like tie it into the universe, why any of it's going to make any sense. And then as you guys were saying, like with his performance, it was very sad because like that's how the movie ended, where we're like, oh my God, like my love doesn't remember me. My best friend doesn't remember me. Like how tragic that is. And then like to see them with a new life, like, and he's like, hey guys. And like, I'm Maynard. Like it was like, oh, I feel so
But
sad.
that was the key to it, right? It wasn't just like, I think any filmmaker could do the thing like, oh, my friend and my love don't remember me. The part that really hit Peter was seeing them move. They're just, they just went on without him.
Moved on.
They've moved on. They have lives without him, and I love the way they did that. I thought that was really good.
Do you know what else? This is more of an esoteric kind of a comment, but what happened to him was very fantastical. It was a Doctor Strange incantation that caused it, and yet when you see in this scene, you forget how it happened. It felt very real. It felt like this had nothing to do with fantasy. This didn't have anything to do with cosmic powers. You didn't really know
Very
why.
human.
It was very, that's the word. It was very human. And I was affected by it. I was like, God damn, I'm sad. Like you just said, I'd never felt that watching a clip in a Marvel movie before. It felt like, dare I say it, it had a lot of verisimilitude.
Tom Holland's hologram did say it was the most adult, right?
Yep, he said it's the most
Spider-Man.
grown-up Spider-Man,
said this is gonna
the
be
most emotional.
The most emotional, the most grown up, the most adult. And the scene that we saw was, I mean, it hit me too. It was very emotional, seeing this person just silently appreciating the world that he now finds himself in, and how heartbreaking it is to just be this invisible bystander, just seeing
Totally.
the people you love most in life just operating fine without you, and just what that feels like. And as a moviegoer, as a fan, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally,
It
dude.
crushes you. It was 6 minutes and it still crushed me.
And the lighting, the way it was shot, the cinematography was very naturalistic.
Yeah.
It could have been a Whit Stillman movie, like Metropolitan or something. I mean, I was like, wow, I loved it.
And I will just quickly say, I'm the Cinemacon virgin. I think probably.
Yeah,
of
this
group.
is Soul's
It's your
first
first?
Very
CinemaCon.
first CinemaCon, and so the rest of these like grizzled veterans are like, ugh, like very underwhelming presentation. I was expecting 20 minutes of the movie. I'm sitting here, first time CinemaCon viewer
must have loved it.
in this audience, like gripping my seat, being like, this is incredible! Like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. So
Yeah, maybe there's some truth to that we were just used to it.
to this day, like I've been watching the YouTube live streams with the rest of you at CinemaCons, like from my bedroom, being like, that seems cool. Wish I could do that someday. And then this year, like it happened to line up, and I'm like, I can't wait. This whole group is so excited about tomorrow and Warner Brothers. And the next presentations, I'm like, if this was a medium bar, like I don't know how to possibly unpack what's going to happen the rest of this week.
By the way, I should let, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure many of you in the live chat do, but for some of you may not know, So who is this guy?
Hello, everybody.
Who's Soul? So Soul was one of my very first friends that I made in LA. I actually met him before I met Anne.
I knew Campea pre-Ann.
Yeah,
My
and
claim to fame.
he was my first producer in Los Angeles, and so we became friends that way. And then he was working at this place that I was doing my live shows from, with these two guys working with him named Benny and Rafi Fine.
Yeah.
Who, if those names sound familiar, they are the Fine brothers who went on to do Kids React, stuff like that. So they left that place with him, and he founded their company with them, was their CFO for a ton of years, and now you're at Roku, deciding what people can and cannot see on their devices. But anyway, and so Sol and I have been friends for like 18 years.
Yeah.
And so this was finally he was able to come to CinemaCon with us.